Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We have got the Coronet on the trailer with Wyatt's truck here. We're on our way down to his shop in, wow, I cannot talk today. We are on our way down to his shop in Sonoma, where we are going to pull engine, transmission, fix a bunch of crap that's wrong with it, and then some sketchy stuff that's happening in the steering like we've talked about before. And then I'm gonna be riding with Alex in the lap of luxury here. 68 Plymouth Sport Fury. This thing is dope. So we have to get back
on your mustache.
I know.
The
Well,
mustache
hey,
marauders on this deal.
I just shaved today because like we got one more month, so I'm gonna let this thing get thick, and then we're gonna trim it down.
That Honda Pilot was boosted it.
Yeah. Let's get on the road because we still got to get your car running and off the lift, and then that fat pig. So, all right, we'll see you down there. It is a weird sight seeing the Coronet on a trailer because it's never happened before. The only time that car has ever been on a trailer is when I first bought it in 2014 because it was not running when it was beat. Oh well, we'll get it fixed. It looks so good though. Look at that thing. It's so cool. Look at the meats. Yeah. Arby's, we have the meats.
We're just doing a tailpipe and gas tank inspection on it the whole way there.
Yeet. Straighten it out, or do whatever. So we get the car on the lift. I hop in, and they're like, turn the steering wheel, because, you know, like ever since I was driving home from Power Tour, like as soon as I got into Nevada, like I kind of noticed like the alignment started getting a little funky, right? So anyway, we get in the car. I get in the car, and they're like, turn the steering wheel, because there's like it's making all sorts of like weird clunking and poppy noises. So I get in, turning the friggin' steering wheel, and they're like, dude, you are literally missing a K-member bolt. That bolt right there, I know it's dark, you probably can't see it, but that bolt right there is straight up missing. There you go. Oh wait. Yeah, there you go. Bolt gone. What the hell? So of course the whole K-member is just like shifting under turning and flexing, which is fine. And then also they're like, oh, by the way, you're missing your transmount bolts. How does that even happen? That doesn't make sense. These were Loctited in there. Can you put the light over here?
Yeah, I want to know what else is missing.
How does that happen? Dude, these were friggin'
Well, see, the first problem is you've been hanging out with me, so that's probably...
That doesn't make any sense.
That's all it takes.
Well, there is a lot of craziness happening underneath this car. I think putting it on the Bonneville Salt Flats was it was cool, but it was a mistake.
And there's that.
Yeah, then there's all that leakingness. There's all of this leakingness.
That's not that bad. Oh, and if it's got oil in it, it's fine. All right. Oh, and then this guy is not looking that.
Which guy?
Oh, just right here. The bushing, the bushing's starting to not want to be bushing anymore, but
perfect. Yeah, so aside from needing to do some like serious derusting and kind of paint under here and taking care of leaks and missing bolts and such. Yeah, oh, also, either there's a leak in the oil pan or it's coming from up above by the power steering. I think it is power steering because you can kind of see it's wet there too. White.
Oh, and then yeah, your starter's hitting your...
Oh yeah, forgot about that too.
It's just self-clearance.
Look at that. Self-clearance starter on the steering link, which is
there a way we
what
can get
you
one
want.
that's clocked differently?
No.
That's tough. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that one. Because this isn't... This bushing here, I mean, the pivot point's not bad.
Right.
I mean, has it always been doing that? That's the other part of the clunk I think I'm hearing, is it just hitting that?
I mean, it could be.
Too bad they need to make an even shorter one.
Oh, and then to add on top of everything else, I've got a coolant leak somewhere, and it looks, and it's coming higher than the hose. So I think the radiator has got a hole in it somewhere, which again is awesome.
Cold case, baby.
What?
Resident. There's a Black Widow somewhere up in there. It's all Black Widow web right there.
Oh. Yep. If it feels like horsehair.
Nice and sticky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
That's Black Widow.
I know all about those motherfuckers.
So, yeah, I have a ton of work to do on this car, and of course, very little time. I think as of right now, we're 1 month and a few days away from needing to leave, which is perfect. So, yeah, we're just gonna get to work. We'll see you later.
And then,
okay, so
506 is 30 over.
found a bunch of stuff, more that is not of the goods. So, can't remember if huh? Aside from spiders, yeah, we found a crap ton of Black Widows, but I smoked them out.
yeah.
Yeah, rear axle seal is leaking. I thought it might have been the wheel cylinder, but it's the rear axle seal. So obviously because the trans crossover, Wyatt.
sounded like that. It's just the cam lobe, the ramp rate is so aggressive, and those valves smack close so hard that, and then like I said, this aluminum cover right here just makes it out like a bell in there, and you can hear everything.
Like it's
So anyway, because
so grimy.
all this stuff is this is all come off, we're gonna have to take the trans out, so we have to take the exhaust off. And so I was like, well, I really want to hear what this friggin' thing sounds like without the mufflers on it. So we took the mufflers off, so it's just straight piped after the H.
I think you just take the H off. Just take the whole thing off.
No, because I mean,
I just run it right off of here, right out of here.
think out of there. Yeah. Because I thought maybe the crossover would make it sound
Maybe,
like
but
a certain way.
Why don't you just swap to manifolds, dude, and with 2 1/4 pipe, call it a day.
we'll do a test.
Kill
We'll do a
30
test. Let's
horsepower.
take this
It's not
off.
a big deal.
Oh, you just have one tightened up, huh?
Where's the zapper?
Over on the bench.
Is it the right size?
Do one at a time here. Surprise.
There you go.
Oh, it's rusty.
Shing. We'll do a test. We'll see how it sounds with and without the crossover.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Clear. Clear prop. Watch your feet. Clear prop.
I can't be in front of the camera.
My body's not ready yet, man.
My body. I wasn't telling you to strip.
Oh, I forgot you painted it American flag.
Yeah. Kale did that. Yes. It needs to sound like that on Power Tour. Maybe not like that loud, but yeah. Straight piped all the way out the back. That's the move.
Damn, dude.
Okay, I'm Jeff.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, it just sounds like a straight pipe car.
Just get some electric cutouts for it. Just leave those mufflers on there because they sound good, and then get some electric cutouts.
That would be cool.
I'll be down.
I gotta tell you right now, let me go remember you.
Okay, fine. They work though.
Oh yeah, they work.
We took the old, like, really nice ones that I had, like, bent up and perfect, and I was like, well, since it's not going to work with the hydro boost because it puts it in a different spot, I was
Yeah.
like, just bend them up.
You did what I had to do. I had to run. I'd put my mask on the other side,
Yeah.
but I ran mine like. I mean, I could do it just like this, like on this one, same kind of way. But I'll obviously they'll both run up, and I can run in parallel like this, and then into the thing, make it look real nice, real pretty.
Real pretty. Speaking of pretty, look at the body on this guy. Woof. My word.
That's it, man. There you go. Average white dude.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, welcome to the club.
Right? I know. That's why I had no game in the Bay Area. Wasn't edgy enough.
Yo, welcome back. It is the next weekend. Wyatt is up in Tahoe at a bachelor party, so I'm here at the shop, and I got to get this transmission out of here. Should I be doing this by myself? No, but what choice do I have? So I'm gonna get the drive shaft out. I'm gonna take off the last little bits of the exhaust here in the front. The transmission was kind enough to just 86 the bolts that are holding up the back of the transmission for me, so I don't need to worry about those. And then I'll get the little transmission jack that's over here in the corner, slide that underneath, start unbolting the trans from the bell housing, and it'll all come out smoothly with no issues whatsoever while I'm here by myself. Let's go. Oh, okay.
Oh, you still got some stuff attaching the
Well,
separator
I'm
plate
just
to the block, I think.
I'm just taking the trans away from the bell housing.
Oh, that's all. Okay, so you should be
Yeah.
here then. Well, let's get a little mallet or something, a little piece of wood. Oops. I think I broke it loose, did it? I wouldn't have. I don't know why.
Oh,
Go?
no, I just started
Are
going.
you sure that all the bolts are out?
Pretty positive.
Oh, yeah, you've got some, no, actually, those are out, you're right. Those are just dowels. They're just dowels that are rusted in there, dude.
Okay.
So, let me get my little pry bar. Actually, I don't even have it. Clean it right there. There you go. It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get the other side here. Oh! Not sure what. There you go. It's probably still those dowels. Let me see, I have another.
I can already tell I'm going to need to take the actual Pro 50 shifter off the transmission. All right. So you're ready to drop down.
Should be out of the dowels. That's gonna be a blood blister.
You all right?
Yeah, we're good.
We should be out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're hitting anymore.
You coming? Yep. Yep. I got it. I got it. Out she comes, boys.
Oh shit, how you gonna fit it under there?
Do what?
How you gonna fit? Oh, I guess you just grab it off the top now.
Yeah, or lift the car up. Okay, transmission is out of the car. There's your little Viper logo, and yes, it is heavy, but how cool is that? So we're gonna go ahead and put this somewhere, not near the Superformance Cobra. Set that down. Maybe without crushing my fingers. Yep. There we go. Well, that is how you remove a Viper 256 from your 70 Coronet. Hoof that bitch. So all the bolts have been removed. Getting ready to take the flywheel out right now. I think we're...
Those are the dowels.
Yeah, the dowels up here I think are going to be pretty rusty. I'm not... I can't even see it because it's so dark in here. But... Come on, you freaking fat turd. What are we hitting on now? Got it? Yeah. There you go. Oh yeah. Sure does. It's wet back there. Well, thank you for surviving the first 6,400 mile trip. Yeah, I can't wait to look at this atrocity underneath there. I bet we're about to see a bunch of warped, well, maybe not warped, but really burnt, heat stored stuff. Alright, Ryan, let's take a look. Ooh.
Oh, it smells good too.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is all. That's all. Oh, it's so worn down. You know, I don't know how many miles we're on it, but you can see where it's all kind of heat checked,
Yeah.
maxed out.
Yeah, so this essentially has, let's just say,
It hasn't started cracking yet because it's probably billet flywheel, right?
yeah, let's
So,
say
like-
let's say 7,000 miles.
So it's but I mean, that could be resurfaced, but you might have to shim the back of it, and I mean, because that's significant. I mean, I can catch my fingernail on that. I mean, that's probably a 20, 30 thousandths cut, but
Yeah.
it's billet, so it's probably worth saving.
So I contacted some of my friends at McLeod Racing, and they went ahead and sent me their RST dual disc clutch and flywheel here. So check this out. Billet flywheel, very nice piece. And then below this is the clutch. Oh, look at that. Brand spanking new dual disc clutch. What I should have done from the beginning. And just, not messed around. So this is going to be everything that I need to keep the car from slipping under a load. And let's just say I wanted to do a clutch dump, right? With the proper break-in procedure, they said 350 miles of driving around, like easy driving around town, stop and go kind of stuff, maybe like a little highway here and there. Get the clutch surface mated to the flywheel because I think part of my problem was with this. I didn't have a proper break-in procedure for this clutch because I was in such a short time frame to get the car on the road for Power Tour in 2022 that I basically slapped the thing together. I mean, I did it right. I measured everything and made sure it went back together properly. But yeah, I essentially put this thing in the car, test drove it for like 30 miles, if that, and then just hit the road for Hot Rod Power Tour. And then there was a lot of pulls, a lot of burnouts and stuff. I just don't think that the clutch mating surface was broke in properly how it should have been. So I also have a rear main seal leak, which I think is a rear main seal. We won't know until I get this flywheel off, but looking by how wet it is under here, yeah, I'm pretty much guaranteeing it was the rear main seal is junk. So get this off. Well, I've got a new rear main seal on the way. Should be here when? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow at like 10, 10:15, 10:30, something like that.
Yeah, tomorrow at the local parts store here in Sonoma. And then replace that, get the new clutch all set up, aligned, and then we can chuck the trans back in and get all that crap bolted up. Pretty sweet. And then we also got wheel seals, or actually axle seals for this thing coming as well, because for whatever reason, either I was a dum-dum and forgot, or just didn't need them. But the axles that I have here are green sealed bearings, and so they have like a big O-ring on the outside, and I just figured that I didn't need an inner wheel or axle seal, so I just neglected to put one in there, so it started to leak out. But this side is not leaking, and I replaced them both when I was at my good friend Kevin's house. You guys know who Kevin is, Junkyard Digs. Last year when I was coming home from Holly Mo Party, he was like, hey, where you at? And I was like, I'm in BFE, Missouri. He's like, come to my shop in Iowa. So I drove 3.5 hours north from Missouri up to Iowa. An hour before I got there, I started hearing this crazy grinding rotational noise. Get to his house, we look at the front wheel bearings. They were okay, not great, but they were still good. And then we pulled the rear axles out, and the driver's side, it was a little tougher to turn, but it was still okay. And then he was like, oh, I found your problem. And then we go to grab the bearing on that side, and you couldn't even twist it with your hands. It was so seized up. We're gonna get all that remedied, but yeah, right now we're gonna go get food because we're freaking hungry. We'll see you later. Yep. That there is a leaky rear main.
And this can finally come off. There we go.
Yep. Move that. Leaky rear main seal. And dripping all down the back of the pan. So replace it.
And those are tiny.
It'll be good to go. Alright, new day. It is raining outside. And then Ryan and I have been getting the other side of the car cleaned up. We got the new rear main seal. Because yeah, this is right here is where it was leaking, this whole big tear in the rubber seal there. So we got the new one, he's got it there. We've been cleaning up the back of the engine there. We're just going to run like a little small bead of RTV on either side in the corners there, and then up here like around the bolts. It's probably not necessary. I don't know if you can see me. There we go. It's probably not necessary, but it's just a extra precaution, considering we're about to drive this thing probably another 500 miles across and back the United States. So we also got a new pilot bearing that's coming. This one feels okay, not great. A little grungy in there. We might as well just change it out. Twist it a little.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
There.
Yep. Boom.
That's it. So, and then just make sure that lip is always facing out, which it is, and that's it, man. We're in. So let's bolt this some gun down, and then we'll torque it.
All right, so Ryan is torquing that to 11 foot-pounds. And then I've came over here, took the rear axle out on this side. These are green seal bearings, and you can see right here they have an O-ring on them that does it does seal inside the housing. So I probably didn't put one in there. Let's see if I can get the camera in there. I didn't put one in there, but probably going to this time, just because I saw that side, you know, it did leak. So the O-ring on that side, I think is still good.
They're just a
But
last
just-
resort.
Yeah, it's just
O-ring.
probably not enough.
Yeah, it's just they just save you for a little while, but
Right. We checked the bearings; they feel good. No crazy issues. This one feels nice, tight, spins nice. I'll do new brakes on this side just because, like I said, when it leaked, it got oil all over the pad there. So those are trash on that side. And then as soon as we're done over here on this side, we'll get the trans cleaned up. We'll get the dual clutch ready to go. Clean this little plate up here a bit, and should be ready to chuck the trans back in the car either today or the next time I come back down. And then after that, gonna look into the alignment issues. I think we did solve most of them because obviously, you know, the K-member bolt came out, the other one was loose. Trans mount bolts in the back were gone, so we've got all that remedied. As soon as the trans goes back in, we'll bolt that in, obviously, and Loctite it. And then I've got some leaks underneath the dash that I want to figure out because I don't want any more water to drip onto my computer because I've got my computer mounted behind the glove box. And then after that, a couple little small ends and ends. Thank you. Odds and ends. I can't talk today. To get on the car, and then it should be good to go. Get new tires on and hit the road. All right, I don't know whatever happened. I pushed something and didn't record anything that I just did previously. So here it goes. Ryan just left, so thanks, dude, for all your help. That's super cool. Underneath the car, we got the McLeod Racing flywheel bolted on and torqued. I got this plate cleaned up because it was super corroded from the Bonneville Salt Flats. And then we also got a new pilot bearing and bushing installed, so that is perfection. No issues under here. That's all good to go. Transmission is still out. Needs to be cleaned up because it's, again, pretty filthy from the last road trip or whatever. And then here is the hydraulic throw-up bearing, but I've got 10 discs, or like 10 little spaces on here because that was the setup that it was needed for the single disc. And now that I'm doing the dual disc from McLeod Racing, I don't need the 10 little spacers. I'll have to do some measuring again to get that on there, get the bell housing cleaned up, and then after that, we'll install the clutch, get that torqued on, get the transmission on, slide that in, and that will be done. Anyway, I'm gonna get this place cleaned up. We're not done. I will see you back here in, well, for you, it'll be like right now, but for me, it'll be a week. Wyatt will be back. I got a couple more of my friends coming to help. Ryan should be back over here helping. And then, yeah, it's crunch time. So let's go. I'll see you right now. A week for me. Later. Hi. Like I said, it's a week later. Wyatt is now back. We are joined by Trey as well. And you want to show them what we discovered, Trey?
Sure.
Because it's big sad, and we're going to try to do everything we can to fix this situation.
Move it from this end, you can actually see it a lot better.
Yeah, that's bent. Oh no.
Didn't like clutch dumps with slicks on it, I guess.
Yeah, apparently not. Yeah, so bent the input shaft on the transmission. Not good. Kind of a setback, because now I'm going to have to find specifically the 03 to 06 Dodge Viper input shaft and get it here and put in the car. It's not a huge deal if we can find that part, it's just finding that. So Yeah, gotta figure that situation out. And yeah, damn it. Can't believe that happened. All right, let's go.
Cue circus music. Okay, so it's a roller bearing in there.
Cool.
Probably pressed on that shaft.
How's the bearings look?
They look okay, but I mean,
I mean,
if we get
yeah,
if we get another shaft, it'll probably have a new bearing pressed on there already.
Right.
But I mean, I wish I had like a lathe I could put this on so you really see how how out of whack it is. This is all we need. Just that. Everything else in there is good though. They all feel fine.
Sorry for the brightness like the sun as compared to like last week where it was dark as night under here. But well, while we are looking for a new input shaft for the transmission, we've found a few that potentially could work. There's one for sure that's the exact same, but the shipping time is like 10 days on that, and it's like, ugh, that'd be cutting it pretty close. So we're looking into other avenues for the input shaft on that thing from different years. So anyway, we're just getting the clutch stuff mounted on there because we can just do that at least for right now. Have this just squared away and done, so that way once we get the input shaft here, we'll get that in the trans, and then we can mount the trans in, and it'll all be fine. So instead of using these like plastic dowels that they send you, or the alignment tool for the clutches, we just so happen to have a free floating around disconnected input shaft that we could use for the alignment, and it's perfect. So that's
The dual clutch setups do not like the plastic alignment tool. They just don't. I don't know. We found that one out the other day. Trying to put my transmission back in.
yeah. So we're like, oh hey, we got this just chilling outside the car, so we'll just use that, even though it's bent.
Yeah.
Should be.
The splines aren't that bad. It should line up.
You think that'll line up with a non-bent one now?
No, I think it's bent somewhere in here, but we're gonna slide the plastic one in and out of it too, and that'll tell us where we're at. Hey, American Powertrain, send us a 356. We need one.
Yeah.
New axle seals installed because, yeah, I don't know why I didn't put one in there before, but they're in there now.
Bluetooth axle seals.
Here.
Just a stick.
Whoa. Let's slide that.
I want to get the video of the insertion.
Oh, nice. Wow. All right, make sure we are facing in the upward direction. There we go. Ow.
Yeah, watch out for that fender well.
Very good. That is all. This is how we install axle. Now we nut it down. We gotta nut it down. And it's done. Other side.
Okay. How do I stop this thing?
Give me that. Ah! How's that look? I think it's pretty sweet. I just gotta clean all that crap out of it. Yeah. Evenly spread in there, bottomed out, so we're good to go. Like I said, I just need to clean all that seal paint, I guess is what it is, right? Yeah, just like the seal. Yeah. The paint on the end of the seal. And then put a little grease on the inside of the rubber there, slide the axle in, and she's done. Good. Okay. Ah! Damn you. Last piece to the puzzle. Boom. So, now that that is taken care of, we can chuck the lid back on. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, bro. I keep thinking I'm feeling like more and more resistance when I was tightening the nut, but again, there's like a couple little like thin spacers behind the backing plate. I'm hoping that's what I'm feeling.
Back on all fours. Missing some parts of it. I don't even know. You're better than me because I don't even have those. They're
I
gone.
know. I'm always better than you. Always.
All the time. Always. You said you wanted to make a brace for this or something?
I made a brace, but it sucks.
It still wants to come out. It's the main problem. It's hitting the bracket right here. If you cut this shorter, when you get slided on there all the way, not hit the fucking water pump. And then this we can make it so it at least. Wow.
It's actually kind of nice that this is not going to just pop off like it normally did on the trip. Yeah. 'Cause I'm pretty sure under engine torque this just popped it off. But yeah, that's it's not going anywhere. And now we got to find out where my radiator is.
Oh my
leaking
god,
from.
it's metric.
I told you. All this bullshit in here is metric.
It's like a 9 or... Yeah, it's a 9.
It's unreal. Like all the stuff that is American products is like all metric stuff. It's ridiculous.
Joe, it's a 10. Someone clicked 11 where my 10 mil should be. And who would have known that my 10 mil is...
To have airtight sealage.
I see that. She is definitely adhered.
It's pretty ingenious though, if I may say so myself.
It did work pretty good. Whatever you used.
Just melted.
I just used RTV. What?
Oh.
No, RTV.
Damn it, guys. The worst enemy.
Don't ruin my seal.
It's ruined. It's just gonna live in here for a second.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I don't have a flashlight on me. Yeah, I don't know. I would just try and get a hold of Holly.
We think it's leaking from
There and there.
down here and there. In both corners?
It looks like it. Because it's all dry right here. This is all dry. But then once you get to like right here,
Yeah.
you can kind of see some shiny there. It's got gunk there. And then over here, same thing. Like I said, I don't think you didn't hit the core when you ran those bolts in. You only hit the fins. But
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, it's not like I didn't even push the fins in that far either.
no,
It's,
you
know.
missed the fins. Or you didn't miss the fins, you missed the core.
Yeah. Speaking of that, look at that thing. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do before leaving on the trip was find where the hell my water leak was coming from, because when I'm driving, it's coming through quite a bit. And in 2022, we actually had to stop during our Nebraska-Missouri storm.
Our storm chasing session?
Yeah, and we had to figure out where all the water was coming from because it was dripping directly on top of the computer like a shiz ton. So we were just pouring water all down the windshield, and we kind of discovered that it's actually coming from the, not the windshield seal itself, but like on this side of it, if that makes sense. So like where the windshield is sealed to the body, that's fine. It's below that, like in front of it. Okay. And so I wanted
scared to see what's under all that gunk.
I wanted to peel this up to see what was going on under here. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty gross and some. Ooh, yeah. So somewhere under here is probably a pinhole or something like that, and it's just going down because we can see underneath the dashers like where like it's like a pinch
Where the
weld.
dash and the cowl meet.
Yeah, it's like there's like a seam in the middle where it meets, and then you can see the water just like coming out of that seam and it's dripping down directly on top of like where the computer would be. But like also there's like a metal like frame piece for the dash that runs lengthwise, and Wyatt kind of pointed out that like as the water is hitting there, it'll fill that little tray up and it's running along the side. So that's why I was also seeing it dripping like in the middle of the dash and like on my feet, because that whole bar just kind of runs underneath. It's like a big C channel essentially. So yeah, now that I'm seeing that, we're just gonna go ahead and take this whole trim piece off. We're gonna clean all that crap out, and then we're gonna dry it, and then we're gonna seam seal it, I guess, right, or whatever.
The right way.
Yes, we're gonna do the right thing the wrong way, but the right way. If you're gonna do the right thing the wrong way, do it right.
Yeah, and that would be taking out the windshield and replacing this entire piece of metal.
Shut your mouth.
How many holes are in this? I think that should slide right up. It's a slide.
There we go.
Gross.
So that is the 15 plus years of sitting underneath pine trees and outside uncovered. Yeah, that's.
I dare you to eat a piece of it. I'll give you $10.
Tastes like cinnamon. It's completely rusty. Yeah, that clip is totally loose. Are these clips like affixed to the body? Are they
They're
supposed
usually
to they're welded in, aren't they?
welded on, yeah.
Yeah.
They're, like, spot welded on.
Perfect. Exactly what Wyatt said. What needs to happen is we just need to have the windshield pulled out and all that be replaced, but
We don't have time for
we don't have time for that. So again, we're just gonna do the right thing the wrong way the right way. So I can't tell if that's actually windshield seal coming apart or if that's just compacted dirt in there.
Let me see.
No, I think that's rubber.
Someone could have already been in here and RTV'd it too.
That feels like rubber.
It looks like someone already ran a bead of something in here.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm gonna get the vacuum. I found three clips.
Perfect. Correction. It is also leaking from that side of the windshield. Yeah, because we were like, well, let's just make sure that it's not just that side and it's not, and it's not leaking from over here. So Trey was like blocking his finger in the middle of the windshield, and I was just pouring water directly on this side. And then Wyatt's like, no, we're good. And I opened the door and I looked on the floor and I was like, I don't think so, because all of this is dripping and wet. And he shines the light over here. Literally see the seam on this side just dripping straight down. It's like, yep, it's all leaking. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop this side off too.
I'm so scared. I do not want to break this. I broke a clip.
You dinosaur!
Excuse me. I would love to be a dinosaur.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what dinosaur would you want to be?
I would want to be a dinosaur that is big. I don't know. Or actually, you know what? Pterodactyl, because you can just fly around. Giant chicken. It's basically all they are anyway. Oh.
Oh. Oh yeah. Look at all that juiciness.
Smorgasbord.
Yep.
Surprised there's nothing like growing in here. Probably could have planted like some flowers in there. I'm just gonna go outside and get some seeds and stuff them in here, and one day you're just gonna be growing up out of your cow.
Please no.
Well, this needs to be cleaned.
You think?
No, I never think. I just do.
Neither do I, dude. It's genetic. So. Bigger guys don't really need to think. We're not really required to. We're like the brawn, we just use our big dumb muscles to get by in life. Whereas the smaller guys are usually really a lot smarter. See? It's like smart. Mega smart.
My
Me, big dumb Mopar guy. Yeah, I just drive around and do stuff. It's fine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, so some time has passed. Wyatt and I spent a great deal cleaning up the windshield bottom trim area, getting that all clean. got all the crud and junk out of the trim pieces, and then we went to the store and we got some of like this windshield glass sealant stuff. It's like a self-leveling, seeping into like all the fine little nitty-gritty areas type stuff. So anyway, we cleaned all of the old rubber and crap that was actually, because we discovered it wasn't even rubber that was in there. It was,
Someone already put sealer on there.
yeah, so had been previously sealed.
It's like caulking almost.
Yeah, like it just wasn't right. So we actually kind of like discovered that the windshield seal itself is actually in really good shape. All the cracking and stuff that we saw there before was the previous fix that someone did however many years ago. But anyway, so we got this, we got that sealant in there now. Went all the way across. Like I said, it's the type of liquid that, what does it say? For sealing leaks and drafts, flows into hard to reach places. Dries clear, waterproof, so it's perfect. Literally, all of these little spots where the little clips were in the windshield, unfortunately, they just kind of broke off, and not gonna be able to fix that until I replace the entire windshield at some point. So
It's a project for another day.
yeah, project for another day, another time. All right, so that's going to be it for this week. Obviously, you guys will be right back here like we did last time. Here's the list that I need to get done. So we've got fix and reinstall the transmission, drive shaft, fix gas gauge because it just kind of goes pegged to full. I think it's a ground issue. Radiator is trash. Unfortunately, the bottom of the tank is cracked, so that's fun. Fix wiper linkage, recheck the pinion angle, tires and alignment, check the front brakes, headlight wiring because it fell out of the connector, nut and bolt check everything, fasten down the lower dash bezel, oil change for the engine and transmission, redo the engine ground because where I have it is not good enough to Wyatt's standards. And then bleed clutch and brakes, and then that should be done. And then if time allows, I want to repaint the hood because it's a little faded. It's not as vibrant as it was. And sand and repaint grill because yeah, rock chips everywhere. I don't really like that. I like to have all my stuff look, yeah, shiny black like that. So anyway, that's the list. I'll be back here in another week. For you, again, another 5 seconds. We'll see you later.
480.
Hey!
I have questions.
We have answers.
Obviously not.
No questions,
None of y'all are
only
telling me the
answers.
answers.
What? What do you want to know?
I want to know what this thing's for.
That is a clutch alignment tool.
Yeah, but how does it work?
Do you have your old clutch here?
Point the Angos into the thing. No, wrong.
Incorrect.
Also incorrect.
That's not the clutch bit.
You know how like there's like that warm, cold game? Like you're literally just getting colder.
Well, it's
You
in
might
the
as
car,
well be
right?
an
It's in the car.
You might as well
The
be
little,
in
the little
Antarctica
thing
right
with the. It looks like this.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
Am I right though?
now. She's talking about.
Yeah.
She's talking about the pressure.
See,
plate.
I'm
Yeah, the
right.
pressure plate. It is in the car. It's
the
underneath
thing
actually.
that
thing-
looks like
The
this.
thing with the fingers.
Yeah, the thing with the fingers.
The thing looks like what?
That it's got the little thingies.
And that's all. That's we're done. We'll see you later. We'll see you on Power Tour. Have a nice day. But all jokes aside, we got the new input shaft in here. So
It's bent.
yeah, no moss bent. That spins nicely, and it's not twisted. So stoked. And then you said you had to get you put a new bearing on.
New bearing,
'Cause
new seal. The bearing felt kind of sad, and I didn't want to chance it. Being that we're going to be driving, I don't know, 6,400 miles,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. This might be a little embarrassing. This is always the fun part. Let's see if I can just glide this thing right on there. There we go. That's that.
I know shit.
That's that. That part's gonna be a pain. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Pretty nice. Trust me, I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. What was that?
That was just a box of.
I wanted to make sure it was not the race that just fell out.
No, it's this cup of stuff.
The bolts. The imported bolts for the
Yep.
important things. Alright. Where's my hammer? There it is. No, we're not. There we go. Now we're there.
We're in.
Yeah, we're good.
Spinny, spinny.
I mean,
Ooh, yeah, that feels nice. You know, what's funny is like last week, off camera, we were kind of talking about it, and with all of the like slipping issues that I was having, I'm highly suspicious that I did not do this, and I had this crazy vibration on Power Tour.
Bryce, put the blame on someone else.
Yeah, well,
I'm kidding.
so the guy that I got the transmission from said that he was building a twin turbo setup for his Viper, and he was upgrading to a stronger TR6060 transmission. Now that I'm seeing this, it almost kind of looks like he went for one last little hurrah, because he was like, whatever, I'm not using that transmission, and the engine's getting rebuilt anyway, so who gives a flying frick? I think that guy just went full send on the clutch dumps and twisted that damn thing. I mean, it's certainly possible. Like I said, with all the slipping issues that this thing was having last year, I don't think there's no way that it ever hooked up hard enough to even do that with less power. And I thought that this car weighed more, by a lot more than a Viper. I looked up a third gen Viper weighs like 3,200 pounds. This thing weighs 3,400 pounds with me in it. No, not with me in it, but it weighs 3,400 pounds. So 200 pounds difference with, I think, 100 less horsepower and then 100 foot-pounds of torque less. There's no way that I did this. So I definitely think that I bought the transmission with it like that already, and that was partially part of this crazy vibration I was having like the whole time. But it wasn't like any, you couldn't really feel it down low. It was mainly at like the high speed, like maybe let's say like 80, it's like 70 miles an hour and above. Like you could really feel it, and it was like kind of pulsating. It was like vroom, vroom, vroom. So when me and Ryan pulled the transmission out, like, you know, he was kind of feeling the throwout bearing, and he's like, man, this throwout bearing feels like freaking rough. Like it doesn't feel very right at all. So I'm glad that we changed that out, and now that we've seen this, that explains it. Like, this thing just wiped that throwout bearing out. So yeah, here we are, and now we're gonna get ready to chuck this bitch back in the car. So.
Ow.
Sorry.
Stop hitting me.
String a little bird on us.
Hey, man.
Also, sorry, forgot to film all this because it's just Wyatt and I here, and we've been trying to just get the work done. But as you can see, transmission is in the car.
We might want to take the weight off the back of the motor there, though. Some of the things around here.
Yeah.
It's only temporary. Don't worry. We didn't just let it dangle here forever. Oh, my Harbor Freight transmission jack. It takes 3 years to get to where I want it.
Check that wiring. Make sure it's not going to get pinched off.
The lockout or the
The
lockout's good. It runs up into your shifter hole, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that it's going to be off the side of the shifter so it don't get pinched in there. Bam. I'm going to turn it around the other way.
You got to go up a little bit.
Well, that also explains why I wrote the arrow on it, because that.
I thought maybe just arrows.
Maybe I just liked arrows. Actually,
Directional orientation. It's a big
Yes.
deal to you, maybe. I don't know.
they are. Which is why I need to run the bolts in that way.
And you take me higher.
I think that's good right there. What the hell? What the hell? Can you take me higher? To to a place.
Scott Stapp, the voice of a generation.
I'm Scott Stapp. I used to be an alcoholic. Now I'm not. This is a crazy ass bolt. Oh, actually, I'm good.
Here are your nuts and washes.
Thank you for washing my nuts. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, tech tip, there is actually two sides to a washer. And one side goes towards the metals, and the other side does not. The side that goes towards the metals is the sharp side of the washer. Just a friendly tech tip. Oh. Oh, stopped. Good morning. It is now the next day. Wyatt is working on getting the clutch line hooked up. I'm going to grab the drive shaft and put that in the car, and then I'm going to hook the exhaust back up. I've also been looking at getting different mufflers for this thing. I love the way the Hooker Blackheart mufflers sound. I really do. But the car is a little quiet, because these are like, they're basically straight through, as you can see, but they're like super packed. So it sounds good on the highway, and it does save my ears, and I'm not complaining about that. But it's a muscle car. It's supposed to sound loud and cool and obnoxious, right? So
I'm not complaining about it, but I am.
yeah, I'm not complaining about the quietness, but I am, because yeah, it just doesn't sound like it should at idle. I think it should sound a little louder, so I'm looking into getting some like Black Widow exhaust, or just at least some mufflers anyway, because
Black Widow sponsors for Power Tool.
yeah, right. Wyatt's got Venom 250 3-inch exhaust in his car, so I'm kind of looking into that same type muffler, except for mine is a center to side exit. Not a big deal. I just have to locate that specific style muffler, and then maybe see if I can get some here or whatever. But obviously, really no need to spend money on that when I'm trying to get the rest of the car done. So that's just kind of like a.
It's on the maybe part of the list.
Yeah, it's on the maybe list. But for right now, the list that needs to get done is still at hand. And so, like I said, drive shaft, and then hooking up the exhaust, and yeah, taking care of what little is left now. So yeah, let's go.
On the widow's butt.
Okay, so now we're back. We're in the car fixing stuff. Transmission, all that crap is in.
I have to leave.
Alex is here, and Wyatt has to leave soon because he has to go play a band show. But
I gotta go play with my instruments.
yes. But anyway, Alex, here's why the muffler is so quiet. Now yell and take it away at the same time. It's beautiful.
What time is it?
It's Black Widow exhaust time. Hello. So Alex and I were working through the night, fixing a bunch of stuff. Just couldn't really film. I just needed to get hands on and get to work. But the car is essentially almost done. I moved my reverse lockout switch from the dash because once I'm fully seated in my seat with the harness on, I can't reach. We moved it. I did some custom work to my shifter here, added a little support bar in between there, so that's good. And then I moved the switch actually up to the shifter here, so that's sweet. We got the Bang & headlights in the car, and we are getting ready to test said headlights, so pretty stoked about that. Basically what we want to do is with the running lights on, we want just the orange halo to be lit up here. So this is the high beam, this is the low beam, so just follow me for a second. When the headlights are on, or on running light, this orange halo will be lit up, and just those, along with like all the parking lights or whatever. And then when you turn the headlights on, we're gonna have like the orange halo will just stay on permanently, and then we'll have the headlight come on. And we're trying to decide whether we're going to have the headlight with the white halo come on with the headlights, or have them come on with the brights. And then headlight comes on with the white halo as well. And then when you turn the brights on, everything stays the same except for this light will now turn on as well. So, and you're ready for power check?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go inside the car. I fixed the wiring for the switch, so instead of using the crappy factory connector that basically just failed, so instead of using the factory little connector deal in the back, I just cut that off, made each little individual connection, and then I'll just have to plug it into the back of the switch. I think it'd be a lot better that way, more secure. Whenever I have to take it off, it would just be a little bit more work and having to pull off each individual wire instead of one connector all in one. So not a big deal, but yeah, get that hooked up. We'll go through the parking lights. We're kind of like checking and probing wires to see what turns on what, and we should have lights here momentarily. Stand by. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, parking lights.
Okay. Your parking lights are on.
Okay. Hey, headlights. Bazam!
They are on. They are very much on.
Should we test brights?
Yeah, let me point it right at my face. Go ahead.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Brights.
Oh yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, look at that shit. Hey, can you see?
Damn!
Yeah, these are good.
Woo!
The sun.
Them be some bright lights, son.
Yeah, they are very bright.
What's up, my dude? Oh, someone sneezed.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
That looks sweet.
Dude, we got mood lighting now.
Nice, yeah. Okay, so I have to hold this here kind of crazy, but dude, that looks friggin' sweet. See if I can blind the camera. Hey, yo. Dude. Oh, that's right at my face. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Okay, unblock.
Yes, if you guys couldn't tell, the headlights are a wee bright. I just wanted the headlights on. I didn't want to X-ray people. Good grief.
That's because the heat light is not off.
I know. I didn't know if it would be good. Didn't know when we wired it.
Okay, so it's getting down to a pretty short list. Right now I am flushing the block out because new radiator got here, and so I was disconnecting the old one. And on the bottom of the hose I noticed that there was like this white, it wasn't like, it almost looked milkshaky for a second, but it made me nervous. But the longer I was playing around with it and it dried, it was like clay. I think basically what had happened was there was like some crazy electrolysis that had happened, so maybe some coolant mixed with some other kind of water that it didn't agree with or whatever. It might have even been in there from the people that had this engine before. I don't know. All I used was Chrysler coolant and distilled water, but clearly, you know, there was something still in there. So I've just been flushing the block out over and over and over again, getting it as clean as possible. So got the whole interior of the car put back together. Just got to clean up a little bit. I moved the reverse lockout switch to my shifter handle now. I know it's dark in here and it's hard to see, but yeah, right there on the shifter. So when I grab this thing, my hand can be comfortable, and then whenever I need to go into reverse, just boom, right there. As opposed to, like I said, being completely locked in my seat and not being able to reach up on the dash underneath to hit that switch. And it worked okay. It was just really annoying having to reach forward to hit that switch. But yeah, it's all good now that I have it on the shifter. It's actually super convenient, and I like it. So I have the new wheels and tires here. They're at my house. I got to go up and get them and then bring them down this weekend. So I'll go up there, grab those, bring them down here, put on the new wheels and tires. They're aluminum wheels. I won't say what yet because that'll be a surprise. I have to get rid of the 15x10s in the back and put on a 15x8, but luckily it'll still take the same size tire, so lucked out there. Okay, so I got the radiator out and I was feeling in the bottom of the tank to see what all that crap was and if it was piled in there. It is. Check this out. Oh. Yeah, that's why that freaked me out at first. I thought that was milkshake. Nope, that is just, that's like clay crud.
Running house paint as a coolant.
Yeah, let me see if I can get like a good old glob of it. Yeah, it's like a freaking clay. It's weird.
We can start doing pottery. Might be a cheaper hobby.
Yeah, you think?
To the flashlight. Ignore the mess.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Bryce, what have you been putting in your radiator?
Children's clay and paint, apparently. How does that even happen? Like, all I did...
Well, like I said, you were not the first owner of this engine.
True.
Previous owner could have
filled it with, like, hose water.
Yeah, like well water.
Like the engine, and then, like, as I'm running it and it gets hot, it just starts circulating through the
You're
engine.
basically making clay.
Yeah, and it starts piling up in the bottom of the radiator. Yeah. Yeah, because that freaked me out. I thought this was milkshake. I thought this was like oil, and I was like, oh no. And then I was like thinking back to when I drained the oil out of the thing, and it was like super clean.
Yeah.
You know, for used oil or whatever. But
Install the new one.
yeah, let's do that. Hello, welcome back. It's now another week.
Welcome to week 4.
You wanted just to pop behind you.
I think it's 5.
No way.
I think so.
Yeah, this is week 5. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, we're back. It's another week later. I've got the Black Widow exhaust here. Friggin' stoked.
Eventually.
So what has to happen is I gotta cut 90-degree from each other slits in this thing so it can be clamped onto the rest of the exhaust. So while I'm going to be doing that, Wyatt is going to be cutting down the exhaust tube right there, because everything is going to be just fine. Yes, just like that, Wyatt. So anyway, that's what we got going on.
My safety glasses.
Your safety glasses, sunglasses, science. Anyway, I got to make slits in these, and then we're shoving the exhaust back up. Should be so much better than what we had. All right, we'll see you in a minute. That's professional grade right there.
Lovely noise.
Okay, we've got Black Widow mufflers installed. This thing is going to be obnoxiously loud, and I'm stoked. So all we got to do now,
Only a small amount of hackery.
yeah, we just had to do like slight bit of modification to the existing exhaust, but nothing crazy. So we're gonna get this all buttoned up, and then we're gonna fire it up and see what it sounds like. I'm freaking stoked. Okay, fire in the hole.
It's really not that bad.
Not that bad. It's practically straight pipe. It's amazing.
Alright, my neighbors aren't as nice as yours. How do you
Dude, that's amazing. That's so much better. That's the way it should be sounding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's full on race car stuff. What is smoking?
I wouldn't worry
Oh,
about
probably shit we spilled on,
it. On the
exhaust.
headers. There's just stuff on the headers. It's just touching the headers.
Sounds good. That's great. I am thoroughly happy with that. Sounds really good.
Wow.
Wow. You couldn't really dance.
I'm gonna give you directions from over here. The best. You're gonna need to crank it more. Like a piece of wood so you can park it. Yeah, there's a little idle truck over here. Once it warms up, the idle comes down. Work off the condensation. Probably gonna burn like the factory will off the bubble.
If this had a cam, it would sound so much better. So much better. That smooth idle stuff, like it. I mean, it's cool, but it's not that. But yeah, use a cam. I think we'll attack the whole engine side on after power tour. I really want to go through that engine and make it so much more better.
Yeah, a cam kit wouldn't be too hard.
Look at that damn thing. It's so sick.
Lamp job, dude. It's not leaking too bad.
I don't hear any leak.
Just some condensation is all.
Right there for me.
Not needed. did that too.
Huh?
That undercover cop with Byron did that too.
Well, I just got coated in soot. That sounds so damn cool.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, that sounds proper. Now it just needs a cam. I can't wait to hear this thing on the highway. Because under load, going through the gears, it sounds so much different than just idle. You're gonna get your eardrums blown off, buddy. Like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. Like, Wyatt and I, we're gonna he's gonna get on one side of you, I'm gonna get on the other, and we're just gonna drop gear and just blast past you.
We're gonna be the worst people to be behind.
It's gonna be sick. Dude, the Fury is already just, it's such a cool car, and it does sound really, really cool. But we need to get you some, Black Widows on that thing. On that thing. Yeah.
It already sounds like it has them. It's pretty loud.
No, they're Magnaflows.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's why it sounds good.
Yeah.
I think Flowmaster sounds like that tinny hollow.
that garbage, yeah.
That garbage sound. Magnaflow, I've never heard a bad Magnaflow.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Yeah, I put the Magnaflows on because that's when I was going to school and I was taking it at 6:45 in the morning. So now that's not doing that. I can put whatever I want on it.
Right.
And I need to get a new exhaust on there anyways because that weld job that those individuals did at the muffler shop. That's real nice.
Fantastic work, huh?
Yeah.
You do a marker light lens.
I know.
We looked, they're only $35 for both of them.
Oh, you turn the lights on?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to see this.
I want to see the halos in the daytime. Yes, dude. That looks menacing.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Look at that thing,
That
dude.
looks so good.
That looks crazy.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Sorry, there has been a lot that we have done off camera because we were just kind of running out of time, stressed out, but the car is done. We couldn't get an alignment done here just because I guess the guys were pretty busy, so Wyatt and I, we just did a little in-shop alignment, good enough just to get me home for this time. I do want to show you guys the new wheels. So hooked up with Centerline, and they sent me the brand new Convo Pro 2.0s. So 15x7 up front, 15x8 in the rear. Was able to take the same size tire, the 275 6015s, and I just had some used tires that I had on this car beforehand, but dude, it is awesome. But there's something even cooler I want to show you. Not that those aren't sick AF, but check out this. Maddie, the mad Filipino sniper. She hand drew this sweet, what would you call this? Like a decal stencil call out, yeah, on the hood. 370 cubic inch Hemi. For those who don't know, the 6.1, that's what it equates to.
Better. Mirror image.
Yeah,
The set.
mirror image, like perfect quality. Look at that. That is so freaking sick. But yeah, these wheels look absolutely amazing. The car is done, hot cock, ready to rock. Wyatt, can't thank you enough, brother. Seriously?
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
It's been 5 weeks of nonstop thrash, right? Working real jobs and then working on cars after real jobs.
Yeah. I've been coming down here every weekend for 5 weekends in a row to jam on this thing and get it done. And we are. So, again, sorry for all the missed footage, but like we were just jamming trying to get this thing done. So now that it is done, Alex and I, we're gonna get ready to hit the road, drive about 2 hours home, and then as soon as I get home, I'll schedule this car to have an alignment done for realsies, and then after that, it's like it'll be another just under 2 weeks to Power Tour from today. So I think we're 13 days away, something like that.
13 days away and 2,200 miles away from the start of it.
Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. So anyway,
Thanks for watching. Wipe your butts.
thanks for watching. Wipe your butts. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. There's going to be more footage coming soon. And dudes, we will see you next time.